The chorus form.
Bring your units to stand at feet.
Superintendent Kelly Bielefeld, WSU Provost Dr. Shirley Lefevre, WSU Vice President of Military Science Dr. Marsha Fleming Randall, and other distinguished leaders of Wichita State University. Deputy Superintendent Gil Alvarez, Board of Education members Diane Albert, Kathy Bond, Julie Hedrick, Hazel Stallber, and Stan Reeser. Colonel Davis Dennis, Sedgwick County Commissioner Jim Howell, and Sarah Lopez. Wichita City Councilman Dalton Glasscock, Wichita Chief of Police Joseph Sullivan, McConnell 22nd Air Refueling Wing Leadership Colonel Jason Woodruff, distinguished veterans of Wichita, JROTC, and leadership cadets. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 30th Annual Wichita Junior ROTC Leadership Corps Ceremony honoring our nation's veterans and saluting the Wichita State ROTC Battalion. USD 259 Junior ROTC and Leadership Programs. We are celebrating our 30th year of excellence in Wichita Public Schools. My name is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Jose Morones, Corps Staff S3. I attend Wichita West High School, and I am one of your narrators.
And my name is Cadet Major Brody Shaw from Southeast High School, and we will be your narrators for today's ceremony. Our reviewing official today is Superintendent of Schools Kelly Bielefeld. Wichita Public Schools Corps Commander and the Commander of Cadets for today's ceremony is Amada Rodriguez from North High School. The Deputy Corps Commander and the Adjutant for today's ceremony is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Natalie Ordonez from Northeast Magnet High School. The Cadet Command Sergeant Major and Color Guard Commander for today's ceremony is Jaden Patton from Northeast Magnet. This is the first time we have combined all three elements, including ROTC, JROTC, and middle school leadership. One ROTC is current mission and the motto of our higher command. We are all one team and working towards the same mission.
Bring your units to attention and present arms. Sir, cadets are formed. Bring your units to order arms and stand at ease.
The color guard that you will see in a few minutes is composed of cadets from across the district. Our music is provided by the Southeast High School Orchestra under the direction of Orchestra Director Miss Amanda Gimson, and the Southeast High School Vocal Music Choir directed by Miss Abby Faflick. The Commander of Cadets will now direct the unit of commanders to bring their units to present arms for the posting of the colors.
Bring your units to attention and present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand while Cadet Command Sergeant Major Jaden Patton directs the presentation of the colors.
Post the colors.
I was born June 14, 1777. My colors symbolize the patriotic ideals and spiritual qualities of the citizens of this country. Today, 50 stars shine bright from my union, one for each of the 50 sovereign states, and the greatest constitutional republic the world has ever known. I am liberty, the flag of the United States of America.
Bring your units to order arms and stand at ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. After a turbulent entry into statehood, I have had a long and glorious history embedded with a proud heritage as the crossroads of the nation, known for its cattle drives, railroads, aviation history, and abundant farmland, making it the breadbasket of the United States. A leader in equal rights for all, and the first to answer the call to arms in protecting our country. Embolized in the symbolic of our trails, the motto, Ad Astra per Aspera, to the stars through difficulties. I'm the flag of the state of Kansas. My battle streamers stand in mute testimony of victory of 294 years of dedicated service. have produced my soldiers and have taken their stand and held their ground in war and peace in the traditions set forth by their predecessors at Valley Forge, Normandy, Pusan, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, the Persian Gulf, Afghanistan, Iraq, and numerous other peacekeeping missions. I have 190 battle campaign streamers. I'm the senior service. I'm the defender of freedom. I'm the flag of the United States Army. Steeped in the leatherneck pride and traditions of Iwo Jima and Tripoli, have been a leader in defense and freedom in the air, on land, and sea, known for and respected around the world by my motto, Semper Philadelphus. I'm Philadelphia, the flag of the United States Marine Corps. From the yards of my first privateer to the decks of my newest nuclear carrier, my men and women have carried the battle to the enemy's shores. I defended liberty on the seas against all who dared challenge. Me and my heroes have remained victorious. I am tradition, the flag of the U.S. Navy.
To dutifully serve their country in war and peace. This is the proud heritage of the men and women who gather under my colors in defense of my country. I am strong in my resolve to protect this land and the independence it stands for. When called to fight, I am as swift as an eagle and terrible in my vengeance, should the liberty I stand for be threatened. I am freedom's song on silver wings, the flag of the U.S. Air Force. The U.S. Space Force was established December 2019, creating the first new branch of the armed services in 73 years. The guardian of the USSF have been called to protect and defend American interests and ensure our forces, our allies, and the world will never experience a day without space. They serve across the globe, working 24/7 to design, acquire, field, test, operate, and defend the critical space systems the nation and globe rely upon. They stand ready every day, always above the flag of the U.S. Space Force. The nation's oldest and premier maritime agency, I have fought in almost every war since the Constitution became the law of the land. I provide aid to navigation, law enforcement, environmental protection, search and rescue, and safety in the seas. Always ready, always there, every hour, every day, around the clock, and ensuring the world I am the flag of the U.S. Coast Guard. First incorporated in 1870, the bountiful Arkansas River Valley. I have seen the thunderous roars of cattle herds up the Chisholm Trail, the birth of the aircraft industry in the 20s, a monumental defense effort in the 40s, and selection as an all-American city in 1962, 1999, and again in 2009. I fly with pride as the flag of the great city of Wichita. Wichita Public Schools started classes in 1870 in a second-story room in downtown Wichita. Today, our district is the largest in Kansas, educating more than 46,000 students in 90 school facilities. Wichita Public Schools serve as a rightly diverse student population and brings families the benefits a large district with the caring approach of the individual communities it serves. Every student future ready, I am the flag of the Wichita Public Schools.
Order! Go!
Bring your units to order arms and take seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all seated.
Cadet MS-4 Cole McAuliffe will now recite the Wichita State ROTC Army Creed.
I am an Army cadet. Soon I will take an oath and become an Army officer committed to defending the values which make our nation great. Honor is my touchstone. I understand mission first and people always. I am the past, the spirit of those warriors who made the final sacrifice. I am the present, the scholar and apprentice soldier enhancing my skills in the science of warfare and the art of leadership. But above all, I am the future warrior leader of the United States Army. May God give me the compassion and judgment to lead and the gallantry in battle to win. I will do my duty.
Cadet Zoe Harrison from South High School will now recite the Cadet Army Creed.
I am an Army Junior ROTC cadet. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my family, country, school, and corps cadets. I am loyal and patriotic. I am the future of the United States of America. I do not lie, cheat, or steal, and always be accountable for my actions and deeds. I will always practice good citizenship and patriotism. I will work hard to improve my mind and strengthen my body. I will seek the mantle of leadership to stand prepared to uphold the Constitution and the American way of life. May God grant me the strength to always live by this creed.
Cadet Major Jonah Beck from Heights High School will now recite the Cadet Air Force Creed.
I am an Air Force Junior ROTC cadet. I am connected and faithful to every corps of cadets who serve the community and nation with patriotism. I earn respect when I uphold the core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. I earn respect when I uphold the core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my family, school, corps cadet, community, and to myself. My character defines me. I will not lie, cheat, or steal. I am accountable for my actions and deeds. I will hold others accountable for their actions as well. I will honor those I serve with, those who have gone before me, and those who will come after me. I am a patriot, a leader, and a wingman devoted to those I follow, serve, and lead. I am an Air Force Junior ROTC cadet.
Cadet Private First Class Alina Supratit from Northeast Magnet High School will now recite the Cadet Marine Corps Creed.
I am a Marine cadet. I'll be true to myself and to others. I will not lie, cheat, or steal. I'll serve my school, community, and nation. I will wear my uniform with pride. I will do my personal best at all times. I will honor those who've gone before me, the few, the proud, the finest. Ooh, rah!
Cadet Master Sergeant Tantalin Queen from Hamilton Middle School will now recite the Leadership Cadet Creed.
I am a cadet in the Wichita Leadership Program. I will be respectful at all times. I will maintain a high standard of integrity. I will wear my uniform with honor and pride. I will take pride in myself, school, and community. I will strive to help my peers achieve success. I will participate in leadership activities. I accept the leadership challenge. Hooah!
Thank you. On November 11th, we as a nation will give thanks and pay tribute to our 18 million living veterans, men and women who have risked their lives, including many who are doing so now, to protect our way of life and extend our freedom to others. Veterans of World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf War, Afghanistan, and Iraq contributed to the majesty of this great country. We are very honored today to have so many and surrounding areas veterans at our ceremony. 249 years ago, the signers of the Declaration of Independence declared that all people are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain undeniable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Throughout the course of America's history, courageous men and women have taken up arms to secure, defend, and maintain these core principles upon which our nation's freedoms depend on. Our troops have fought overseas to defeat terrorism, and yet that effort they follow in their footsteps of the 48 million men and women who have since our nation's founding have stepped forward to defend our land. These veterans have diverse religious beliefs and come from many backgrounds and ethnicities. On Veterans Day, let us pause and reflect on the sacrifices of all those who have put on the uniform to serve the United States military. Let us honor our veterans who have proved their heroism and love for the country time and time again. From Yorktown and Gettysburg to Iwo Jima to Incheon and to Afghanistan and Iraq, World War I was known as the Great War, the war to end all wars. Although the Treaty of Versailles was not signed until June 28, 1919. Fighting ceased November 11, 1918, when the armistice went into effect. Thus, November 11th became Armistice Day, later renamed Veterans Day as a result of a proposal by Kansas Representative Edwin Reeves to our honor, those who have all served in all wars. 106 years later, we still pause on November 11th to recognize veterans. Despite veteran sacrifices, however, wars have not ended. Ladies and gentlemen, this school year marks another great year for Wichita Public Schools. All of our comprehensive high schools and Northeast Magnet have successful junior ROTC programs that are helping young people become better citizens and leaders. 30 years ago, we started leadership programs at the middle school level, which have since grown to 8 programs in the city. Today, we have more than 2,600 cadets in our Wichita programs. These programs have been successful in developing character and improving teamwork, leadership, discipline, and responsibility, citizenship, and academics. Cadets are involved in positive civic activities across the city. This year, Junior ROTC in Wichita celebrates the 30th anniversary. Hooah! In a short period of time, we will have improved the lives and futures of thousands of cadets and made parents, guardians, teachers, and citizens proud of their accomplishments. And our school director, we are a recognized part of Wichita, and cadets in uniform are common throughout the city, participating in community service and positive civic activities. Grades in school have improved, attendance has increased, and discipline overall. Performance to include graduation rates exceed the average. Many of our cadets are going to college, often with a scholarship. We are becoming better prepared to assume the future leadership roles in our city and our nation. We are better citizens. We are very honored to have as our keynote speaker Second Lieutenant Grant Harter. Just a few years ago, he was in the front of this podium where you are sitting today. He was a JROTC cadet at Southeast High School. Like many of you, he faced unexpected hardships and found a way to make it through and became very successful. He has a great story. Second Lieutenant Grant Harter. Hooah!
Thank you, Cadet Shaw. Good morning, cadets, guests, members of the U.S. military, and most importantly, our incredible veterans. My name is Grant Harter, and it is an honor to be speaking with you all today. Some of you may be wondering, why is some 23-year-old speaking to us today about veterans? Well, the reason why is because I share something in common with all of you. 5 years ago, I was in your very spot, listening to someone on Veterans Day. I graduated from Southeast High School in 2019, where I was in junior ROTC. I was a good student and a good kid, but I was plagued with self-doubt and the uncertainty that the future held for me. However, reflecting on my journey so far, I realized those feelings coincided with incredible opportunities that afforded me the blessed life I have today. I am here to tell you that within our great nation, safeguarded by the brave men and women who came before us, lies a fountain of opportunity where each of you holds the power and freedom to shape your destiny. In 2019, I was faced with a tremendous tragedy when my younger brother Sam passed away unexpectedly. I was a senior at Southeast, and I was incredibly lucky to have the community, along with my junior ROTC friends and family, to support me through that difficult time. I share this story with you because I know that many of you are navigating tragedies of your own. At times, it's easy to feel as though life is rigged against you. Everything is unfair. You might ask yourself, why me? What did I do wrong to deserve this? Sometimes you may even feel like giving up. But if there's anything I'd like you to walk away with today, it's this. You have what it takes to overcome any obstacle that lies in front of you. It's crucial that you find a supportive community, contribute value to something purposeful, and dedicate every ounce of energy you have into becoming the person you want to be. Despite the challenges I faced as an 18-year-old, I was able to earn an ROTC scholarship and study aerospace engineering here at Wichita State University, where I graduated in 2023. I commissioned as a second lieutenant into the Kansas Army National Guard, and I now serve as a platoon leader where I get to lead and train alongside some of the most selfless men and women in our country. As a civilian, I work as an aerospace engineer at Spirit Aerosystems, where I continue to sharpen my mind and contribute to my community. And remember, I was in your exact place only 5 years ago. As many of you prepare to move on to your next chapter, I'll share 3 principles that I wish I had adopted when I was in your shoes. Number 1, have a strong work ethic and intense dedication to self-improvement. As you navigate life, remember that a relentless commitment to self-improvement is an essential value that will keep you on track throughout your journey. Our veterans echo the values of dedication and hard work, and they demonstrate that achieving your goals requires not only perseverance through difficult times, but also humility in moments of success. By adopting these values that prioritize hard work, you honor the sacrifices of those who came before us, and you empower yourself to be resilient and unstoppable. Every step in your personal growth journey contributes to a greater purpose and inspires those within your communities to do the same. Principle number 2, take advantage of the opportunities that surround you. Because of the selfless service and commitment to duty from our veterans, we have all been granted the freedom to strive for our ambitions without oppression, without fear, and without evil in our country. Whether you want to be a doctor, get a scholarship to play sports, or even enlist in the military, I can't encourage you enough to capitalize on the opportunities that surround you. Perhaps the greatest thing we can all do to appreciate our veterans is by taking advantage of the opportunities we have in America and giving back to our communities in doing so. It is solely because of their sacrifices that we enjoy freedoms and rights no other nation on our planet has. So, let us carry their spirit forward and ensure we never forget who fought for and protected the rights of generations to come. Principle number 3, have a good attitude and find a purpose to serve. Service to our country isn't just limited to that of a service member. However, serving your country can also look like volunteering within your community, being a better citizen, and having an attitude that promotes civility. Junior ROTC is an organization that encourages you all to be better citizens. So I want you to ask yourself, what am I doing to give back to my community? What am I doing to help my friends to my right and to my left? Finding a reason to serve those around you with a good attitude will never land you in a place of regret or disappointment. Instead, it fosters a world that supports the greater good and once again highlights the values of the men and women who have served our nation. As you reflect upon the message I've shared today, remember the opportunities that are available to you and who fought for them. We are all fortunate to be able to stand on the shoulders of giants who came before us. To the veterans in the room with us right now and the ones who cannot be with us today, thank you all for what you have done. Let us honor your legacy and revere your service by seizing the opportunities you have granted us and serving our communities as proud Americans. You all have selflessly given me and many others the freedom to chase our dreams, the freedom to make a difference, the freedom to live in a world without fear, and the freedom to live as an American. Thank you all, and happy Veterans Day.
Cadet Brody Shaw from Southeast High School will make a presentation to 2nd Lieutenant Grant Harter. Ladies and gentlemen, cadets, please join me in welcoming Wichita Public School Superintendent Mr. Kelly Bielefeld.
Thank you, Brody. Great to be here today with everyone. As you said, I'm Superintendent Kelly Bielefeld. Extremely proud to see all of you here and to be here to honor our veterans and to celebrate you all. Grant, tremendous job. I think I speak on behalf of all of our Board of Education members that we have a great pride. If we're graduating students like Grant through our system, we're doing something right. So thank you so much for your words and for your continued dedication to the Wichita community. Unfortunately, Grant stole a little bit of what I was going to talk about, so I'm going to just piggyback on it because he did such a great job. He talked about a fountain of opportunity, and I don't know when you're in your shoes that you understand the context and the blessing that you've been given with some of the opportunities that you have, including leadership, JROTC here at Wichita Public Schools. It really is an opportunity to improve yourself and to improve those around you. And if you haven't recently thanked your instructors and your teachers and Colonel Poole for helping and assisting you to improve yourself and to improve your community, please do so. Because you do have a fountain of opportunity. There are all sorts of ways that JROTC and your opportunity you have now can improve your life. And I think Grant's examples are just one of them. We try to provide opportunity at Wichita Public Schools for all of our kids to become future ready, to get ready for your future, and to be ready for whatever comes next. So 30 years of JROTC, about 155 years as a school district, but I believe the first time that we've had this Veterans Day celebration in this location. And we did this thanks to WSU and to the staff and to the team for coordinating with us in this way, because your fountain of opportunities don't just stop as you walk across the graduation stage. And all of you are going to walk across the graduation stage, promise me that. Your fountain of opportunities are plentiful in Wichita and even here at Wichita State. And so to coordinate this effort with sixth graders all the way up to post-secondary students is intentional, because we want you to see that future. Your future in Wichita goes beyond just the graduation stage. Your future in Wichita goes to WSU Tech, WSU Friends, Newman, to the workforce. You have a future here in Wichita. There are a fountain of opportunities for you here. We want you to be here. We want you to feel like you belong and to have a great future here in our community. And if you choose to go elsewhere, we want you to be ready for that too. Grant said a number of kind words also about the veterans, and I do think, having this celebration the same week as we have an election, I hope that we understand the freedoms that we have in our country and who we owe honor to because of those freedoms, and it's our veterans. So thank you to all the veterans. Thank you to all of our instructors who made this happen today, and thank you to you all. Take advantage of those opportunities. You've got a lot of them in front of you. Your Board of Education is here to support you. I know that they are here to support you in having those opportunities. So be ready for them. Be willing to walk through those doors when they open, and know life beyond the graduation stage involves all sorts of other opportunities too. So thank you for being here today. I'm honored to be here, and thank you for coming.
Ladies, gentlemen, and cadets, please join me in welcoming WSU Vice President of the Military Science, Dr. Marsha Fleming Randall.
Thank you, and welcome to Shocker Nation. On behalf of President Richard Muma, Provost Dr. Shirley Lefevre, faculty, staff, and students, we welcome you to greatness. We're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're going to be representing your schools, but I always make sure that I get something out of this so I can get some enjoyment, and I have enjoyed this thus far. I would like for you to fist bump your neighbor and tell them, this is what greatness look like. Tap it. Absolutely. I would like to thank all the veterans in this room for all they have done to lay the foundations. I am also proud as I look to my left at the Shocker Battalion under the leadership of Captain Blaser and her cadre for the work that they have done here at Shocker Nation. So before I take away from this podium, there's something else I'm going to ask you to do. On the count of three, I'm going to ask you to repeat a quote. The quote is, "They're not like us." So on the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Absolutely. I am Dr. Marsha Fleming Randall, Vice President of Wichita State, and I approve this Veterans Day ceremony. Have a great day.
Bring your units to attention.
While Veterans Day is typically a tribute to America's living veterans, it is appropriate to include a moment of silence and respect for those who have gallantly given their lives for their country. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a moment of silence for our fallen veterans.
Bring your units to attention and present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of taps in honor of our fallen veterans who made the supreme sacrifice for our country and our freedom. Taps will be played by Mr. Don Hanson.
Bring your units to order arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cadets will now conduct a pass and review.
Pass and review.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 30th annual Wichita JROTC and Leadership Ceremony, honoring our nation's veterans and saluting the Wichita JROTC and Leadership programs. Thank you for attending.